Okay, everybody, I am back. Let's get back into it, shall we? So, where are we? I feel like it's important to take those breaks. Like, I feel like I haven't even blinked for the past, I don't know how long. But I'm intrigued. I'm really into this. This is really fun, and I want to say to you guys that are here, some of you guys, I've noticed that you've been here for like a super long time today, and I'm sure you have much better things to do, but I really appreciate that you guys are here. Really cool that you guys are here. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is probably play for another 25 minutes or so, and then what I'll probably do is just take some time just to chill with you guys. Just sit and chat about whatever. If you guys have any questions for me on a personal level, that's totally fine. We'll talk about whatever you want, and yeah, we'll just. But I'll be asking you questions as well. Okay. So yeah, let's get back into it, guys. Let's get back into it. I see a lot of suggestions for different searches. This has actually been a pretty perfect game to play like with people. Very cool. We have a large Scandinavian following. Is that what you're saying? Weekendering. That's cool. Very cool. So, are we back on the split personality thing, or where are we? Let's just see. I'm going to read a little bit of what you guys have been doing here. Search the name of the bar. As a North, we've actually done that. I did that like very beginning. It's called the Rockington Arms, but you know what? Like, let's do it. Rockington Arms. Yeah, so that's the only thing that comes up. But they also called it the Rock at one point. Yeah, here we go. They used a little nickname for it called the Rock. So let's do this.
Oh God, I don't know. I mean, I guess the Rock. You've spoken to everyone there. Someone must have seen where he went. I don't know. So many things could have gone wrong.
Okay.
No one has been in the last few weeks. We had a plumber come in 3-4 weeks ago. Someone summoned you from the Rock.
Okay, so yeah, that's fine. The other locations we have are the Ernst Brothers Glass, which we've searched. We have the Oxford, where do I have it here? The Oxford thing. Let's search the Oxford. Uh-huh.
There was a conference, something to do with double glazing. In Oxford?
Uh-huh.
Are you sure? What would he be doing in Oxford if there was no conference? I remember calling him.
He was cheating on you.
He said it was boring and he spent most of the time at the bar.
He lied to you. You maybe didn't lie about the bar.
It was supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon. No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford.
Okay. So it sounds like she knew about it. We have looked up cheat, actually. We looked up cheated. We looked up affair. Oh shit, I thought we looked up cheated.
No, I have never been unfaithful. I've never cheated on Simon.
Maybe not you. Maybe not the you. Maybe the other you.
Have I ever cheated on Simon? You asked that question yesterday.
Oh shit. Whoa, wait. Wait a second, so... Wait a second. So, this day...
No, I have never been unfaithful. I've never cheated on Simon.
Okay. Next day.
Have I ever cheated on Simon? You asked that question yesterday.
These are clearly different, right? The tattoo, unless you got the tattoo that day. Which at 2:30 in the afternoon, probably not. Which means that these guys could be the twins. And they're passing the information back and forth. Because that's a pretty big question where she'd be like, oh yeah, they asked me if I cheated.
No, I have never been unfaithful. I've never cheated on Simon.
I even feel like they talk differently.
Have I ever cheated on Simon? You asked that question yesterday.
And did you?
Simon never cheated on me. He
That's
was
not the
devoted
answer,
to
though.
me, and I was devoted to him. Nothing in life is easy. We were good to each other. Life isn't a fairy tale.
Oh, you've learned that now.
I do what we can.
Okay. So what else? We have a couple of other words here. Death caps. Lawyer. Sex. I think we searched for sex. 17. Diary. Could search for. Let's see. Okay, so we've learned everything we can about the mushrooms. We can go for diary. Okay, here we go. Diary entries. I'm actually gonna... Okay, these two, the different coffee drinkers here. Diary, dark hair, right? And blank. So I want to start with this one. This is from like the very first meeting. And then the very end, I think. Or July 2nd, I should say. This is the blue shirt lady. So June 18th, dark hair, diary, blue shirt. And she wears the same thing on July 2nd. I don't know if that's important.
No, he doesn't keep a diary. That's my thing. I've kept one, well, as long as I can remember, since I was a girl. It helps make sense of my day. And when you're forced to put something into words, it just gives you perspective. Everyone's on the same page.
Okay. Then...
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead, but I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
Yeah, isn't it? Okay, now these are new entries here.
Florence was a warm, kind person. But she was broken, I guess. When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it. Older papers, letters, that kind of thing. Her story wasn't there. I never really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand, I guess. I just put it together later, once I was older. She had loved children, planned to have a large family, but her husband died in the war. And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again. Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s. But, I mean, I guess it was different then. You know, you married for life and she felt she could never marry again. I guess it was harder, a war widow. One of the dead. I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know.
Okay. Let's keep going.
When I was 8, Mother died. She slipped down the stairs. It was an accident. I had read a diary at that point, and I knew she wasn't my real mother.
She killed her.
So I burned the diary that day, and I left.
She killed her.
Walked out and across the street.
Yep, she's a murderer. Yeah, see? 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 Murdered that chick. Definitely. Oh. Okay, okay.
Just became our way of life. We would swap places and take it in turns to do things. And we were very careful. Whoever had been out that day would come back and write a detailed diary so that we were on the same page. We had a list of rules that said what we could and couldn't do in any given situation.
Rules. I want to hear more about these rules.
We lived a second life through those rules. Rules for things that could only ever happen inside our imaginations. We would consider all the permutations of future events and agree rules to walk our way through them.
Okay. Please tell me there's more about rules. Shit, yeah. Now wait, again. Okay, June 27th. This is, I'm pretty sure this is a bullshit day. Wait. Wait. If in fact it is, no, it has to be, that would have to be 3 separate people. Okay? But what I'm thinking is maybe the other 2 are like interviewing her and telling her what to say in this scenario, because June 27th is the day where anytime that she's screwed something up, she will go and be like, oh, I messed that up, or this or that or whatever. Anyways.
Okay. She's being chased. They're trying to catch her because she did something bad. I guess she broke the rules. Or maybe they think she did something bad. Maybe it wasn't her fault. She looks scared, not guilty. Maybe it was mistaken identity.
Mistaken identity. Oh, that's a good search.
Did you catch her there? I don't know.
Like, for her to come up with all these for just these random pictures is kind of bizarre.
It lasted about 6 months. I tried to carry on, but everything was different. Hannah insisted I not pretend to be her around Simon.
Okay.
Let alone sleep with him. We didn't share him like the others. The rules had changed. Me living in the attic had become weird in a way it hadn't been before.
So, okay. Hannah and Eve separated at birth. Okay, maybe as I. Okay, so I'm gonna talk to you guys here for a second. Coming on in. Okay, so Hannah, hear me out. Hannah and Eve are born twins. Okay, Eve gets taken by the midwife. The midwife says, I need a daughter because I'm like that, and she takes her and whatever. And then eventually, yes, they have been maybe living across from each other and they see that they might be twins, but the midwife keeps Eve inside because she doesn't want anybody to know, because if she saw the kid, then it was the same as the other kid, you'd probably have suspicions, right? But at the same time, she did mention that at one point it was normal for a midwife to be seen with children, so I don't know. But she did say she doesn't go out much, and she read a lot of the books and all that kind of stuff, right? So then she kills the witch. She kills the witch because, I mean, she didn't like the witch. The witch, she didn't like how she was treated and this and that and the other thing. So she kills the witch, and then she goes over to Hannah and says, okay, we're the same, right? And then she actually does live in the attic. She did stay in the attic, and they did start doing these switches, maybe. But maybe Eve had the split personality because all she did was read these stories, so she would come up with these big things and invent all these people and things like that. Maybe. I don't know. Does that make any sense to anybody? Look for midwife? Haven't we done that? We looked for witch. Yeah, we looked for midwife. I'm just catching up with what you guys are saying here. She says how to arrest a person that does not exist. You really think you can put this story aside in 10 minutes? No, but I have to. I have real life plans. Do you really think the parents would not find a little girl? Dude, they're on shrooms the whole time. All they did was grow shrooms and they're just drug lords. We've pretty much solved it, is that the parents are drug lords. They're high literally all the time. They thought it was mice, okay? Mice don't make big ass footstep sounds unless you're high on mushrooms. Pretty much that's about it. Yeah, okay, you're right. Eve was considered dead, so maybe she doesn't exist. It's really tough. What is this real life if you don't exist? Exactly. Going back into the nether world here. Eve is dead, quote unquote. There are mushrooms that can be eaten. I know, but who grows them? You know? Who grows them? Florence. I'm sure we searched for Florence already. Shit. Guess not.
No. It was just me and her. Eve was the name they were going to call their first child.
Oh!
They talked about it and were going to try when he came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember, that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
Huh.
No. It was just me and her. Eve was the name they were going to call their first child. They talked about it and were going to try when he came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember, that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week. I know that feeling. Okay, so wait. Is that confirming that she was a physical baby stolen alive? She wasn't adopted, she was taken, right? Right, this is Liam Neeson's next movie. Mituna Lulz, I will definitely search for yes and no. She was alive. Yep. Florence stole her. Got it. Okay. So Eve was real. Florence, the midwife, stole her, which was like our original thought 3 hours ago. Son of a bitch. Okay. This is so fucked up. Oh! Lie detector answers. That's genius. That is genius. That is genius. Pistol packing mama. You're so confused. Honestly, I've been here for 3 hours and I'm just as confused as you, so the videos will be going up on YouTube. So you can rewatch them there. Nothing confirms anything in those interviews because she could be lying the whole time, which is true. Which is true. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, fuck off. Give me the goddamn question.
Yes.
She's saying things differently.
Yes.
What? And these are all back to back.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
No. 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 No.
What does this do for me? What does this do for me? Jesus Christ. You guys, that is not cool. Thanks. Thanks, that really helped, yes or no. Jesus Christ. Yeah, what if I search for maybe? That's a great idea. Hey, there is one here.
God, I don't know. Could be anyone. Maybe someone followed him back from the pub. But why would he let them in? Doesn't make sense.
Oh. Okay, I'm going back to my book. I'm going to literally read you all of the different words that I have written down here that I think we've searched. Okay. Evidence, hair, birthday, Florence, divorce, mushrooms, something I can't read, Carl, baby, twin, hospital. Hey, have we searched hospital? Yeah, I think we have. Yeah. Rock, bruise, argument, Eric, Diane. Oh shit, we got lots about Eric here. Okay, this is back to the girl that likes sugar.
He was wearing a shirt. It's a blue turtleneck shirt and jeans. He has a watch. It's a really nice one. That was a gift from his boss, Eric. He had his coat, a long grey duffel coat, like Paddington Bear. He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house.
Okay. Oh, we can see our search history. Oh, that's cool. Is this the number of times? No, this can't be the number of times we've searched it. This must be the number of results. And this is how we're going to start to filter them, ladies and gentlemen. Because now we need to get them filtered down. So after Eric here, we're going to start kind of combining a bunch.
Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier, and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked on the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look for you when I get back. Yes, that would be in his wallet. It's a Visa, a silver one.
Silver's come up a couple times.
So he usually pays with cash, but Eric convinced him to get one. Eric was like an uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spend a lot of time with each other, especially when they have to go to conferences. Have you met his wife, Diane?
I think have we searched for Diane in the past? Nope.
Diane is really nice. She helps out with the Glaziers, organises the Christmas party, that sort of thing. They have 2 kids, really sweet kids. She used to look out for me when I worked there. I mean, not really. He would go to the pub. He had his drinking buddies there, but no one ever really came back to the house. Sometimes Eric, his boss, and his wife would come over for dinner. That would be us returning the favour. Diane is a really good cook. into her trendy ingredients. And the last time Simon cooked something off MasterChef, he got the recipe off CFAX, and I did my Lloyd Grossman bit, commenting from the sidelines. I had to find fennel from the supermarket. Have you ever eaten fennel?
Have you ever eaten fennel? Why is that so special?
Simon and Eric arguing? No, I can't imagine they'd be arguing. And they get on so well. Unless it was something to do with work. Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist. But I don't know. You should ask Diane.
Okay. Let's start combining some of these. So Simon is going to be obviously pretty important. Simon argument. Simon Glasgow.
It's like I told you before. I drove. I took the car and drove. I don't have my own car, but I have a spare set of keys. I just drove north. I wanted to think, put some space between me and them. Everything I told you before is true. I stopped at Glasgow. I was tired, exhausted. I pulled out and I hit a car. My car was okay, but I was worried about the baby, so I went to A&E to get the okay. Everything was fine. Slept in the car. When I woke, I tried to call Hannah from a payphone. She wasn't answering. And then I decided to drive back. I had decided that she was more important to me than Simon.
So these clips, these July 3rd clips are the most important because I think this is where she's telling us like the truth, I think. And she said, I'm trying to get away from them, which could be Hannah and the other personality or whatever. But it's quite clear this is Eve for sure. This person here is Eve. Stokens is saying, she says, why wouldn't he let them in? He wouldn't let a stranger in. He let Eve in, and Eve killed Simon. Which clip are you referring to, Stokens? Luckless is saying, I don't think we've seen compelling evidence to prove that these aren't the same person yet. Can I search by date? Oh, that would blow my mind. Their dates, they do it kind of opposite though, right? They do 03/07/94. No. Searching by file name would kind of be interesting. The one where she said someone followed Simon home from the bar. Simon and bar. Oh, this is a new one.
No. I told her it was one of my boyfriends. Someone I had met in the bar. I think she was happy. But I could tell she was thinking, why couldn't it happen to her and Simon? They were the ones with the real life. Why not them?
Okay. Everyone's looking for blood. Holy shit. Why blood? Why did you come up with blood, though? Did I miss that they talked about blood at some point? Hannah was impregnated by Simon. Yes. Eve was pissed and killed Simon. Okay. Potentially.
Okay. I've given blood before. Do you need to take that for your records?
Okay.
Nothing like this has ever happened to me before. The blood. It's probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Well, fine, considering. I got
This
back
one
into the house today.
looks
that
different.
was weird, knowing your people have been there through my things. It's like I've been burgled. I mean, worse, obviously. I don't know. I haven't looked in the cellar yet. They sent a cleaner in. As good as new, he said. But they had to throw some stuff out. Couldn't get the blood out. And I'm still waiting to hear from the coroner so we can get a date set for the funeral. It's going to be a cremation.
Ooh.
So,
I got an idea. Funeral, autopsy, and coroner, perhaps.
like I said before, it was 3, something like that. I walked in, saw Simon. He was on the floor of the living room. His throat had been cut.
So not in the cellar in the garbage bags?
There was a lot of blood. Yeah, he was dead.
Oh shit.
She was sat behind him. She had my wig on.
She had my wig on.
All day. And she had blood on her. And she was in shock.
Okay, so that means that she saw... She didn't say who, though. I'm guessing Hannah? So Hannah killed Simon? The wig? Yeah. Okay, 2 things. Let them in. Whoa, what's that? What? What the fuck? It wouldn't let me enter anything else. What? Is this... Wait, is somebody like onto us or something? I'm searching this one for Stokens.
God, I don't know. Could be anyone. Maybe someone followed him back from the pub.
No shit, we're being
Wanted to let
watched.
them in. Doesn't make sense. God, I don't know. Could be anyone. Maybe someone followed him back from the pub. But why would he let them in? Doesn't make sense. Yeah. They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something. The neighbour called me, I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed. And they'd been there for days. No one had noticed. Just awful. It was so soon after my miscarriage. The worst year of my life. I'd been so happy to get married, and after that it was just like, fuck.
Okay, hold on. I want to try autopsy here. No, nothing. Okay. Coroner we found. Oh, more funeral.
Yes, it was a cremation. For the best. We both wore black and had veils, so it was easy. And after the funeral, everyone came back to the house. Hannah served up sandwiches, and I stayed out of sight.
Wow, that is so foobard. So it's down to this wig, right? Wig bar, nothing. Wig Simon. Simon bar we've done. We've searched miscarriage before, haven't we? I thought we did. Shit.
Then my parents died. It was the worst year of my life. A miscarriage and then my parents. Yeah. I mean, I was infertile. Thought I was. They told me I was infertile after the miscarriage because of complications.
Which means, yeah, okay, infertile. Have we searched that? Oh shit.
I think it was that time, the first time, at the house, in his bed, that I got pregnant. Amazing, right? This fucking magic sperm.
I was gonna search for sperm.
Lightning doesn't strike twice. I didn't tell him. I missed 3 periods. I had pretty irregular periods anyway, but 3. I had always thought we were infertile. Both of us. I didn't tell him. Just waited. Hannah and I were meeting for our birthday, and I told her because I thought she would be happy for us both. I think she was.
This is a really fucked up scenario here. This is really bizarre. Man, we found a lot of videos. Does this mean this green means we've seen the last video of everything? So she gets Eve, or Simon gets Eve pregnant. Hannah kills Simon. That's what I think. No, we don't have anything to do with this wig. There's got to be more. We have 7 entries for wig. Maybe like follow? No, that's... Yeah, we saw the last video. Simon, sex, nothing new. I'm sure we've done pregnant. What? I swear we've searched for pregnant before. That's crazy. All right.
I got pregnant. Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room. And they decided we should get married.
Huh. That's the shotgun wedding. Let's see if they confess. Uh-oh. I'm pretty sure this is Hannah.
Yes, this is it. He made it himself. It's a special one-off. He made it and decorated it. That's his thing. Where did you find it?
So, okay. So here's what we know so far. Going back to, let's do this here. Okay. So we know that Hannah got pregnant by Simon. Okay. And then Eve went and she was trying to like bang everybody, because she had to get pregnant too because they had to be the same, right, for when they swap places. But then it didn't happen, I guess, and Hannah lost her baby, right? So then when Simon got Eve pregnant, maybe Hannah lost it, killed Simon. That's kind of what I'm thinking. This Stokens, you might want to get that checked out. Sarah. Nope. We searched for Sarah before. Jealous, maybe? That's not a bad one. Nope. Hidden, like secret? Nope. Attic and Eve? Nope. Attic and Hannah? Have we searched for just Hannah before? Hannah and Simon? Eve and Simon? The throat was cut, right? So maybe there's a weapon? Nope. Oh, here we go. Throat.
On his throat. How?
I need to know. Whoa!
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present. Another mirror.
What?
Just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy.
Oh,
smashed the mirror.
shit.
They argued, screamed. He hit her.
Oh, the bruise.
So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round.
Cut his throat.
She cut his throat clean open.
What?
She'd only meant to scare him off.
Wow. So that's it, right? Holy balls is right. He knew it was two women. Simon, you scoundrel. He paid for it, though. He paid for it. So... Oh, wow. Is there anything else, I wonder? Glass. No. We search mirror. I guess we could say done to the chat. This chit-chat thing. I'm just curious if you guys have... Yeah, Luckless, you got a good point. Do I believe her, though? I don't know. Could be bullshit. Could be. Why fennel? Why am I looking for fennel? No, fennel brings up nothing, thank God. Is there anything else that you guys would like me to search for? And, Luckless... Oh, shit. Hold on.
No. No, Simon didn't play guitar. He wasn't very musical. He liked to listen, but he was tone deaf.
Simon didn't play.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's my guitar. You want me to play something? I'm not the world's greatest guitar player. Okay?
Okay, they talked about this unique gift a couple of times. Gift. Present. Oh, the watch. Yeah, they got a watch as a gift one time. Yeah, here we go.
I guess you could call it that, but we were both happy to get married. was a beautiful wedding. We had our first dance to Come Back and Stay. I'm not sure if that's a good wedding song, but I loved it. I chose it. I mean, it was genuinely our first dance. We'd never danced together before. It was probably awful to watch, but I enjoyed it. It felt like it was just me and Simon for that moment. Just the two of us.
Just the two of us instead of Eve.
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone.
Whoa, what?
We took him down to the cellar. We knew we had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
Holy shit balls. Wait, is that a dude in the reflection? I can't tell. I don't think so. I don't know. So she's telling the truth here, but with all the previous bullshit, how do we know that it is true? God? Why God? No, nothing there. Glitch is suggesting... Oh, not that. A couple of words here that could be interesting. Yeah, Luckless, that's what I'm saying. You know, the woman is admitting she's a liar. Can you believe her about the murder? That's just the problem. Right? A ring. Oh, why didn't we search for this?
No. No, he wasn't wearing his wedding ring.
Why? Huh. We've searched for attic before. Wait, what if we do Simon and attic? No. Simon cellar? No. 3. Oh shit.
I think when I drove back it was about 8 or something. And I got back to the house about 3. I think so. I mean, to get into our garden, we'd have to climb through other gardens. All the gardens back onto each other, so you'd have to climb over 1, 2, 3 gardens to get to ours. I mean, did anyone see anything? Did anyone see anyone come and go? An intruder?
What I still don't get are some of the interviews where she was like, oh, did I do that wrong? Right? Simon has a twin, maybe? I doubt it. No. How many videos are left? Let's check here. What is this yellow one? That must be this one that's like active here. Whoa, whoa, what's this? Oh, that just... If we just leave it blank, that gives us everything?
A mobile phone? Yeah. Well, they have one for the Glaziers, but it's only for work.
Oh, this must be in reaction to the...
I can't remember the number.
Oh, maybe not.
Oh, it's in the kitchen. I saw it plugged into its charging cradle.
So... Oh, we have another thing about phones.
Sure. Yes, of course, if that would help. Will you phone the house to let me know when you want to come round? Then I can make sure that I'm there.
That was weird. Okay, that's a good point. Oh no, I think yellow's the active one. It does say that one volume is missing. You're right. The red are the videos you haven't found. The green are videos you've watched. The yellow is the current video you're in the timeline. Right. Yeah, we did search for rules. We did search for phone. Cellar we searched for. So Stokens, the reason we're a guest here, it's actually in the README here, I think. Or maybe here. Here's the database. I filed Freedom of Information form to get you guest access. Everything seems to work. They transferred the videos off the original tapes in '99. No one's touched them since. I couldn't find the server with the detective's footage on. Possibly those tapes got damaged when the old archives were flooded in '97, but figured this would be enough. Take your time, whoever SB is. Somebody suggesting search for hello. Guilt. Yeah, Luckless. Who is SB? What about SB? Don't say shit. Oh, Parents might be a good one. Nope. Wait, Simon, maybe? Simon Parents? Here we go.
Simon's parents offered to put me up, but I didn't think it would be a good idea. It would be too sad. Not right now. I'm staying at a friend's.
Who's your friend? That's one I don't think we searched. I wanted to search that around the school time. I'm gonna write this.
Okay. I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I parked down the end of the road. I walked up to the house. I knocked on the door. No answer. I took my keys out of my bag, unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. I could tell because the key wouldn't turn when I tried to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes on the shoe rack. I shouted out for him. I walked straight into the kitchen. He usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper. He wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly into the living room. Nothing. I walked upstairs to the bedroom. He wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. Then I had a shower. Whilst I was in the shower, the phone rang. I think it was Eric, his boss. I didn't answer it. Then I came out and I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, but I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. I spoke to him. Then I called Simon's parents. And then I decided to come and see you.
Haven't we seen this one before?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that we've seen this one. But it said that we didn't. I want to search for friends. Oh, yeah.
No, he was as shy as me. I asked a friend to ask him out for me.
That video was probably a different one of them telling the same story.
In North End. We went to see Risky Business. I had on my one best dress. Simon paid. He bought me a whisper, and I was worried about getting chocolate on my teeth.
Huh. Ooh, well, I don't know. Do we have enough to say, like, that it's her? What do you guys think? I'm worried that if we say yes, we're done, then we're done. And we might not be able to ever come back. Oh, that's interesting. MRF is saying it wasn't verbatim, but she said Simon's parents instead of their names. Police might not be a bad one. Yeah.
When will the police let me back in the house? They let me take a bag of clothes with me, but...
So... So you can come back. You have to say yes 2 times, but what does that mean? My comment about watching that video before is interesting. You might want to explore that more. Shit, how did I find that? It was parents, right? This one?
Okay. I parked up on the street.
Okay, so this one is, let's call this story V1. Okay. Now we need to find the other one, and his parents' names were, what was it again? His parents' names were Eric, no, not Eric and Diane. It was it Marjorie? Or Eleanor. Eleanor. And it'd be a little bit of a longer one, where it's telling the story, right?
Okay. I parked up.
Yes, here it is. Okay, story V2. Now let's actually just check the, Oh, that's fine. I didn't put it in the thing. Okay, here's story V1. I'm gonna add this to the session. I'm gonna add 2. Add this to the session. Now I just need to check which one was first. So this is on this 1st of July. This is on the 30th of June. So we're actually gonna change this to story V1 and this to story V2. And we're gonna look at the differences here.
Okay. I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road. Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer. I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper, but he wasn't there. I touched the kettle, it was cold. I looked quickly in the living room, nothing. So I walked upstairs to the bedroom and he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. I had a shower. The phone rang whilst I was in the shower. I didn't answer it. I think it was Eric. Then I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. This time I spoke to him. Then I called Doug and Eleanor. And then I decided to come and see you. That enough?
Okay, that's V1. Let's see V2.
Okay.
See you later, Boris.
I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I parked down the end of the road. I walked up to the house. I knocked on the door. No answer. I took my keys out of my bag, unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked.
That line really
I could tell because
is the
the key
same.
wouldn't turn when I tried to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes on the shoe rack. I shouted out for him. I walked straight into the kitchen. He usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper. He wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly into the living room. Nothing. I walked upstairs to the bedroom. He wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. Then I had a shower. Whilst I was in the shower, the phone rang. I think it was Eric, his boss. I didn't answer it. Then I came out and I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, but I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. I spoke to him. Then I called Simon's parents. And then I decided to come and see you.
Then I remembered where I was and what had happened. This is really tricky. It's just like, it's the same, it's almost, it gets too word for word, right? Even if I were to tell you a story today about a very traumatic event, okay? If I were to tell you the exact same story tomorrow, all of the bigger plot points would be the same, obviously. But I'm not going to say everything word for word, right? But at the same time, like, if these are two different people, which I'm assuming that they are. Oh, man. Huh. Yeah, I mean, the mannerisms are clear. I see the mannerisms as well. Like, she's very,
Okay.
like, if we scroll through, she's very, like, talking with her hands and using her palm, like, up and down all the time. And then over here, she's very, like, hunched over, all business. Look at right there. She's like, she's trying to remember things. Left hand is, she's not as animated. She's very, like, cold and, you know, rehearsed, right? So I'm with you guys there. Ah, man. I agree with Glaziers. Like, let's just hold them here until the other ones come back. She didn't mention calling Eric in V1. Yeah, I think she did. I don't think she talked about calling him back, maybe.
Sleep. The bed next to me.
Yeah, that's when that's when Eric called again, and this time I spoke to him. I didn't answer. I think it was Eric.
Okay.
I think it was Erica's boss. I didn't answer it. Then I remember where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again, and then I spoke to him. Then I called Simon's parents. I don't know if she says that, though.
Okay. I don't know.
Oh, Doug and Eleanor versus Simon's parents.
Come see you.
Yeah, so kind of weird. Kind of weird. Try to search for shock? Yeah, I don't know. Alone? Nope. Plan. What about plan? No, nothing. Damn. Conference. Nope. Connection. Nope. Man, what are we missing? We might have everything that we need. I have a feeling like I feel like even if we end the session, I don't think it's gonna be like, hey, you win. I don't think it's like that. Lost. Grelly? Nope. Nothing for Lost. Alibi. That's not a bad one. Nope. Nothing. Okay. I'm way past my deadline here, but I'm kind of intrigued. Give me another 2 minutes, and I'm going to come right back, guys. Come up with some ideas, and we'll all search them together. Okay. See you in a sec.